Yes, yes.
Hey,
Why not?
and I appreciate it.
Yes, the aforementioned financial analyst, as we said, going to break, has some good financial news, but I got to warn you, there's some mixed signals in this.
Yeah, we try to focus on some good news as well as some of the issues facing the market, so get right to it. The stock market, not necessarily the best indicator of how things are going, but it's always better to feel rich than not. The stock market measured by the S&P year to date up about 18%. Now I bring this one up there just to show that the law of numbers takes over. You know, just because it's up 18% now doesn't mean it's going to continue to keep doing what it's doing. But we've had a good year, and anybody who's got a 401k and has part of their funds invested in stock-related funds are going to be pretty happy when they get their third quarter statement.
18% up. Is that unique for an election year, or is that about on par?
Actually, it's pretty close, and it's interesting. It's not Democrat, Republican, who's going to win, who's not. It's just, I think, an issue of continuity, and like it or not, the market, the stock market, I think, is beginning to price in an Obama victory. I think you saw the poll that you guys showed a little bit ago, but I think if you go state by state, it's showing that it's not as close as Romney would like. Now, again, there's 6 weeks left, so we'll see what happens.
And within the margin of error, but enough of politics. We do enough of that.
No politics.
This is very interesting.
Yes.
8 out of every 9 mortgages in the United States is current now?
Yeah, and this one I found very interesting.
Wow.
As far as looking maybe to find a bottom of the market, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association, as of July, 8 out of every 9 mortgages in terms of principal and interest are current. So when it comes to foreclosures and short sales, based on this, it looks like the worst is behind us. Now, again, if the employment situation doesn't improve, some of those mortgages might fall behind.
Sure.
But I was really surprised to see how good it actually was for the current homeowner situation in this country.
But the other issue, the downside of this, and anybody who buys groceries or gas knows this, inflation is creeping up there.
Yeah, and this is one for those who leave their money in the bank. Over the last 20 years, the inflation, your purchasing power has lost about 39%. So every dollar that you had is now worth about 60 cents in terms of purchasing power. So if you leave your money in the bank earning 0, you have to at least earn 2% just to keep pace with inflation. So you may want to consider some other options. But again, something we call the inflation the silent killer, because you don't see it on an investment statement. You just see it when you go to the market. Keep track of that, because 2% per year even will add up over time.
All right, we talk a lot about small business and the cost of small business. Real quickly, you have a stat for us that's kind of alarming.
Yeah, and this is interesting, too. When they talk about employer-employee costs, whether it's health care or other benefits, keep in mind 31% of a business's expenses for employees is benefits. So it's more than just salaries and wages. And we're seeing this now nationally with various teachers across the country, and they're striking over union and pension benefits. A lot of the salaries, you have to take into account benefits when you add on health care expenses and pension costs to really get a true gauge of how things are going.
We got 5 seconds left. Take your shot.
Jet win, Niner loss?
Pretty much. Lisa, back to you.
Guys, still ahead.